I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. It applies a concept in child development, but it's a bit more personal. And so I'm hoping that through my story, you'll learn about this term, but also to live a life without regrets. My name is Maria George, and in my channel, I apply child development concepts so that you can learn them better and then be able to apply them to yourselves or to a child in your life. In this video, I want to talk to you about secondary infertility. Secondary infertility is the inability to conceive and carry a child to full term after previously giving birth. And so that's what happened to me. I had my daughter and was so excited. And then my husband and I, we always wanted more children. And then so after a couple of years, we decided to try to have more children. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and our dreams of having a second child were changing, and it was very painful. I'm going to just say that it was painful because that desire to have a second child was strong, and it never ebbed. It never faded. It was just always there. And I know I had friends and family who were trying to help me, and on one hand I would have friends and family who say, hey, go take a vacation and unwind and just relax and it'll just happen naturally. We did that. We went on vacations, we took breaks, but it wasn't happening. In fact, I was just having miscarriages after miscarriage, and that was quite painful. And then I had other family and friends who said, you know, just be thankful. You're blessed. You have a beautiful daughter. And it wasn't that I wasn't thankful. I was extremely thankful and know that I am blessed to have my daughter. It's just that the desire to have that second child, like I said, it never faded. And so my husband and I, we had to figure out, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do going forward? Are we going to be content, or do we pursue something else to help us grow our family? And so the idea of adoption came up. And my husband thought of it first, and he was ready. He was thinking, okay, let's adopt. I was more hesitant. I was fearful. I just wasn't sure, like, what if there's something wrong with the child, or you know, what if it doesn't work? And so that fear was immobilizing me. And I had a friend, a good friend, and she sat me down and she said, hey, you know, if you have a child, they could also have physical problems. You don't know. And that's true. And so that same friend, she told me, or she asked me, when you're sitting on your porch one day, now I don't have a porch, but I know what she means. When you are older in your years and you're looking back, what are you going to regret more? Adopting or not adopting? And right away, without thinking, I just knew that not adopting would be my bigger regret. And so I went back to my husband and said, okay, let's go for it. It took time. I wish I didn't hesitate so much, but I'm glad that my friend knocked some sense into me and made me look at that way. And I told my husband, we went for it. We adopted my son when he was 3. And he came to us, and I have to say, looking back, I am so thankful for my friend, so thankful that I just conquered my fear and just went for it. And my husband was just so supportive, and then so we were able to adopt my son. Now it's been 14 years, he is now 17. And so it would have been a very different video if I made it at that time. But now looking back, it is a story of overcoming secondary infertility. And the story of overcoming secondary infertility is different for everybody. Some people do choose to be content with the child or the children they have, and some move forward to adopt, or if there's other solutions. For us, we did go for adoption, and just know that that was right for our family. And yes, of course, there's been difficulties, but I think that would have been true with any child, any strong-willed child. And now that he's a teenager, I just have to say that I don't know how I could have loved him any more than if I gave birth to him. And having him in our house has been a blessing, and it has been a journey. It has taught me to take risks, not to be so scared of things. That's why I make these videos, in the hopes of being able to help you. And so I truly hope that my story of secondary infertility has helped you, maybe in your journey of infertility or secondary infertility, or something that you desire deeply. And so I'm going to ask you the same question that my friend asked me. When you're sitting on your porch one day, what are you going to regret more? Not going for it and just going for safety, or going for it and pursuing that dream? And you may ask, what if I fail? That's exactly what I asked. What if something bad happens? Well, you don't know until you take that first step. You may fail, something bad could happen. I don't really know. But when you take that step, you'll learn and you'll know, and then something wonderful could happen. And that's what happened with us. And so, like, again, I'm blessed, I'm thankful, and wanted to share this story in the hopes of helping you learn about the term. As with my channel, I apply child development terms, this one much more personally, but also to look at your life and not to live a life with regrets. Hit the like button if this video has helped you. Subscribe for future content on applying child development concepts. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.